What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This video is about positions, the different positions there are in the CS community. Okay, so I'm gonna have a list about the positions. I'm gonna have the pros and cons for each position so you can better understand where I'm coming from. So first off is the cook on watch. When you get to the ship, you most likely gonna be a cook on watch. The cook on watch is basically the person that's cooking the food. That's all you do, you cook the food. So the pros for this position, the pros are you don't have to worry about nothing else besides cooking. That's a good thing because you don't want to hear nobody mouth unless you fuck up. But if you ain't messing up, then you don't have to worry about nothing else but cooking. Cons for this position is early morning. So breakfast is at 0600. You have to be at work by 0445 or 05. And you work all day, all the way to like 6 o'clock, 6:30, latest 7 o'clock. So you working around 14 plus hours a day when you cooking, when you have to be at work. The next position is wardroom cook. So the wardroom cook, you pretty much cooking for officers only. You got your own little galley, your own serving line, and you're gonna be in your own space cooking for just officers. The pros for this position is less people you gotta feed, and you can put your own little spin on things because you cook for less people, so you can experiment and try new things when you cooking. That is a pros. The cons is you gotta deal with officers. Officers are real picky. They lazy. Well, I ain't gonna say they're lazy, but they're picky and they like babies. They gonna complain about anything. So yeah, that's a cons for that position as a wardroom cook. Your next position is the CO's cook. So as a CO's cook, that's what it is. You cooking for the commanding officer of the ship, the CO. You cooking for just him. And maybe some of his compadres, if you have a luncheon or a dinner, you'll cook for them. But that's about it. You just cooking for the CO. Pros for this position, just like the wardroom, you can put your own spin on things. You cooking for just one person, so you could try and experiment with new things. But just make sure it's on point, because that is the captain of the ship. You don't want to cook nothing, no chicken that's undercooked and bleeding, and you feed it to the captain. It's gonna be a bad day. But yeah. And another pro for this position is you get a lot of recognition, a lot of FaceTime with the CO, so that's a good thing. When awards come out, you're going to be higher on the totem pole because you see them every day, you cook for them, so that's a good thing. Cons for this position is you basically a servant. You're going to be taking out his trash, making his bed. If you got to clean his toilet, you got to do that. You cooking it for him, making him coffee. So those are the cons. You basically a servant for the CO. If you don't want to do that, don't be a CO's cook. So yeah. Next position I have is a watch captain. Watch captain is basically in charge of the cooks on watch. Your job is a little more stressful than the other jobs I just mentioned. You basically the one that's in charge of the galley right now. Pros for this position, you don't have to cook anymore, so you can leave the cooking for the cooks on watch. You just tell them what to cook, what time you want it to be done, and then hey, it's out of your control. They doing what they gotta do to get that food on the line. Cons for this position. So since you are in charge pretty much of the galley at this point, if anything's messed up, you get the blame for it. So everybody gonna be coming to you when it's a problem. So you gotta have tough skin being a cook on watch, because you're gonna be getting yelled at a lot. A lot of people don't like being cook on watch because it's a stressful position, especially on deployment or underway. So the next position is JLD or cargo. They both the same thing, but they got different names. But JLD, you basically start the transition out of the galley, so you're not gonna be working in the galley no more cooking. JLD works down in the reefer deck, so the dry storeroom. This position, you're gonna be doing inventory when you get stores. When you receive food, you're gonna be the one that's checking it off, putting it in your storeroom with the help of the ship, or if you had got contractors to help put the stores and food on in your storeroom. Pros for this position, you out of the galley, so that's a good thing. If you don't like cooking, you don't have to be in the galley anymore. Another pro is you like in your own little world. You work down about 5 decks below the galley, so you got your own office. It's just you and your helpers that help you out down there, and you kind of away from all the hustle and bustle up in the galley, so that's a good thing. It's a good break if you've been in the galley for a couple years. Cons for this position: so you're gonna be working stores. Stores is when you receive food. So it's gonna be a lot of food, like 15 plus pallets of food. You gotta bring on into your storeroom. So you carrying it, doing working parties and stuff like that. So you're gonna be working outside or in the freezer in like 0 degrees outside when it's hot as hell, or when it's cold. You're gonna be working out there trying to get your food and whatever into your storeroom. So that's a con for that position. But other than that, I really like being JOD or cargo. That's a good position for me. The next position is your records keeper. So records keeper, the name is in the title. You basically keeping record of all the information, all the paperwork that's going on in the galley from the JOD. You gotta input it into the system. So you basically just keeping record of everything. This position, the pro for this position, you're gonna be working at a computer all day. So instead of in the galley cooking on your feet all day, or in the JOD office carrying food and lifting all day, you get to sit at a computer doing computer work. And that's a good position when you want to take a break from everything else. The con for this position is it's a stressful job. So a little mistake like pressing the wrong number when you input in receipts or stores, you can mess up the whole operation. So it's a stressful job, and you gotta make sure you got a clear mind, and you know what you're doing, and you focus. So the next position I have, I mean, that's pretty much it for the positions that I have, what you most likely gonna be doing. The next position after that, after records keeper, is like your galley supervisor. That's most likely gonna be your first class. He gonna be looking over the watch captain, make sure he doing what he's supposed to do, and so the watch captain can make sure the cooks on watch doing what they supposed to do. And then after your galley supervisor will be like your LPO, which is the first class that's in charge of everything in the galley, everything JOD, everything wardroom. So after the LPO will be like your LCS. Your LCS is your leading culinary specialist. He's gonna be your chief. So you know, chief gonna be in charge of everything. And then from there you go up to like your FSO, your food service officer. And then from there your department head, and then so on and so on. But the positions that I told y'all about and gave a description, those are the top 5 or 6 jobs, positions you're gonna be doing. I did all of them, and the only one I didn't do was galley supervisor. But yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. I can do a description of it, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, peace.